everybody. I've got a couple of political poems for you tonight. This first one is about living in what I call UKIP Britain. I have quite a complicated family sort of nationality. I've got Irish family and I've got like Bosnian family, so it's all very complicated. But this is how I feel when I sort of hear them talking through the media. The everyday airwaves grow sinister. I worry the poison contained in them dissolves the clockwork of my body as they pass through. Politics never hears the past screaming, don't go down this road again. Outside, words are stockpiled like ammunition. Teach them to use their tongues like assault rifles and turn their hearts into nail bombs. I begin to wonder if I know my neighbours. Their voices sound like sharpened knives these days, and I wonder, will they shelter the sons of a grandfather whose grave is marked by a crescent moon and not a cross? The front pages are busy rolling end credits, a post-mortem on tolerance. The cause of death was cannibalism. Time can no longer keep the coffin shut on the 20th century. Nationalism marches ever undead to devour the bodies of patriots. I can avoid the realization no longer. The old face of fear has followed us to this home, an ancient spectre manifest with a new suit. The Reaper cuts a handsome figure on television, a media persona to convince you that all your fears are rational. A refugee inheritance leaves bags packed at the door. You can't avoid the bullet holes in my family tree, skipping stones at soldiers in Sarajevo and dodging pipe bombs in Belfast. Memories I was not alive to have, that give me nightmares nonetheless. And my second poem tonight is kind of a bit of an angry rant. It's from the Paco Rabanne perfume advert with a guy with a six-pack and he's all in a football stadium, and it kind of made me a bit angry about kind of the state of masculinity these days. And so kind of, yes! And kind of a little bit in honour of International Women's Day, which was a couple of weeks ago, I think. Yes. That's right. So, dear, this is addressed to Mr. Paco Rabanne. What strong arms you have, such bulging muscles and pulsing forearms. Just think of all the lives you could save from burning buildings, homes you could build for the poor, and foods you could harvest for the hungry. But you don't do any of these things. Your muscles were created by hours in the Photoshop gym, enhanced by Hollywood steroids, their post-production masculinity, given to you by an omnipotent media deity with an agenda to enforce. They made you the Everest of manhood, and all they took in return were your morals. What a fine chiseled chest you have, pecs more perfect than the statue of a Greek god, abdominals packed tight with primeval power, a belly cascaded by six-pack shadows. But what lies behind the billboard display? Does a heart beat underneath all that twisted flesh? Can you feel your blood bringing life to your bones? Or has all the surgery left you so numb? What mighty trophies you have, idols to domination, authority and might. They sit atop your shoulders like birds of prey, waiting to swoop and hunt those who question your might. Tell me, do you use the weight of all that gold to grind your feelings to dust? Or are the trophies stunt doubles, cast substitutes for your disfigured body? Little beacons of what every boy should aim to be. What deep blue eyes you have, what thick jet black hair, what strong, sure legs. You are more remarkable than Christ. You are the pinnacle, the peak, the highest point of man. But do you see how much pain you cause from up there? Do you see the little boys filling themselves with poison just to be like you? Do you see the broken lives that alcoholics, drug addicts, knife wounds, eating disorders and suicides your crushing feet have left behind? Do you see all the women, broken, battered and bruised by the wayside of your march to glory? Do you see them shatter like a million pieces of glass? Can you hear them scream over the noise of the crowd celebrating your glory? Do you see the boys beaten for not wanting to be like you, degraded, derided and broken? Giant things are only magnificent if they're an accumulation of positive features. You are an accumulation of acid and cyanide sweat, issued for all the self-loathing, bodybuilding, muscle-boosting boys in gyms, the soon-to-be loveless sexual predators pushing against unwilling victims in nightclubs. Your gigantic size is a form of morbidity on the scale of a mass grave. Thank you very much. I didn't quite realise how sort of sombre that one was, so I apologise for that. But you'll be pleased to know on that note, I shall hand you back to Freddie.